It's time for some good old market research. I'm going to see what my competitors are doing. Oh, they've got more followers than me. And more likes. And more sales. In fact, everything that they're doing is really good. Way better than mine. Maybe I just don't have what it takes. Maybe I need to focus more on my work. Or maybe I just need to look at someone else. What's Susan doing? Be honest now, we all do it. I do it. Yeah, I know you do it. Anybody who tells me that they don't check around to see what their competition is doing is a liar. Don't stress. It's human. And in fact, a lot of people argue that it actually is good business practice to keep an eye on what your competition is doing. However, there is a massive difference between keeping a healthy eye on what your peers are doing and just mindlessly scrolling through Instagram and comparing yourself to Susan. Okay, so what I'm talking about isn't just comparison. It's not just keeping an eye on your peers, although that is part of it. It's mostly about the things that you consume, the noise, because that drowns out your own thoughts, your own creativity, and it throws you off course. Comparison is a big part of that, but it's only one part. What I'm focusing on today is when you are spending too much time focusing on other people and other things and consuming all of that noise to the detriment of your own business. And the worst part is that we kid ourselves that we're doing this all in the name of research, all for the good of our business, and it's actually the complete opposite. So last year, like a lot of people I think, with everything that went off, I completely lost my mojo. I've lost my mojo. And no inspiration was to be found, and I kept looking on my phone for it. I was scrolling through social media, I was looking at the news, I was just consuming anything and looking anywhere. I can't find any inspiration. I'm bored. So I will continue to look on the phone. And yet I'm still bored. I think what I was looking for was a spark, something that would just make me go, there it is, so that I could get back to what I was doing and start creating again. And it never came. I just consumed and got bored and consumed and got bored, and it just went on and on and on like that. And eventually, unsurprisingly, all of that consuming and comparing just got me so low that I just thought, I need a break. This is making me feel so bad. I need a break from you. So, a bit meta, but I downloaded an app on my phone to block other apps, and I stopped consuming all content that was noise. Anything that got in the way of me hearing my own thoughts, my own feelings, got blocked. And after about a week, I felt the difference. I just felt calmer, and I had a clearer idea of what I wanted to do, where I wanted to go, and I had a better idea of what my own thoughts were on certain issues rather than just consuming everybody else's. I can hear my thoughts again. So yes, I felt all kinds of free, and I went and played with it. You see, here's the thing. Comparison and obsessively checking in with what other people are doing in the name of business and in the name of keeping informed actually stops us from focusing on our own stuff and our own businesses. And it actually knocks us off course. I mean, take, for example, the current situation with sales. A lot of us are having slow sales at the moment. And if you're a handmade business and you've been experiencing slow sales, it's very difficult to go, you know what? It's the summertime. And this is an unusual summertime because it's the first one we've had after this whole pandemic mess, which means everybody wants to go out and spend their money outside in real life places rather than online in my shop. So it's going to be quieter than quiet. And I'm okay with that. Most of us, even if we know that, are going to think, oh God, nobody's buying my stuff. I think they're making sales though, which means clearly I suck and have no right doing what I'm doing. I clearly must stop. Maybe that's just me. But seriously, how many of you have felt that way? And how many of you have, at least for a second, considered quitting altogether? The good news is that if any of this is sounding familiar to you, there is actually a really easy solution. Number one, is identify the source of that negativity, be it social media, the news, whatever. Number 2, give yourself a break from it, which I know is easier said than done. And don't worry, this doesn't mean a giant detox from your phone. You don't have to lob it across the room like I did. The phone was fine, by the way, but we'll move on. Let's just take Instagram as an example. You can mute people on there. You can unfollow if they're really that bad, or you could just delete the app from your phone for a little while, come back to it later, or you could even download another app which blocks apps if your willpower isn't so good. And I have one of those, they're brilliant. Here on YouTube is another example. You can select that YouTube don't recommend certain videos to you. You can say I'm not interested or not interested in this. There's some options basically so that you can have a certain type of content not shown to you anymore, or you can just opt out of seeing anything from a particular channel. So that's really good. Do these little things and remind yourself that it doesn't have to be forever. If it's someone that you do genuinely like, it's okay just to have like a week's break, just to give yourself a little bit of headspace. And this is an added extra. Sometimes I do this, sometimes I don't, and that's journal, because you have to really lean into the feelings that you're feeling, and some of those feelings aren't so nice. But don't get too stressed about the negative feelings, because at the end of the day, you're human. You are trying to tell yourself something, and it's usually that you're on the wrong track. So feeling jealous can actually be a really bloody useful emotion, because if it's telling you that you're on the wrong path, if you lean into it, you can find out how, and then you can course correct. So if you do feel jealous at any point, not just with regards to your business, but in any part of your life, don't feel ashamed by it, because everybody feels jealousy. Anybody who says they don't is lying, and it's actually a very good and useful emotion if you can just learn to listen. The trouble is that we've been taught to believe that it's a bad emotion and that we are bad people if we experience it, which is rubbish. So yeah, if you're feeling jealousy, well done. You're human and your brain works. But if you're just feeling generally overwhelmed and the noise is just getting a bit too much, take a break. Cut out all of the noise and just make sure that you are on the right track and that you are still focusing on your lane. I have noticed every single time I veer off track, it does have an impact on my business and sales and all the rest of it. And that is why I'm talking about this today. Circling back to the lack of sales at the moment, if that's something that you are experiencing and it has been stressing you out, then give this video a watch, because it was made for you with love. And thank you for coming to my TED Talk. I'll see you next week. Bye.